Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today, we are going to have ourselves a little whip and chatty rant. What is a whip and chatty rant, you may be asking yourself? WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. And a chatty rant is me chatting and ranting about the goings-on in my life over the last week or so. Today, my whip is this gorgeous canvas from Art and Soul Diamonds. This is Cheer Bear with Stars from Regan Kubicek. It is a bigger, not like big compared to some of the ones you guys do, but it's 55 by 80 centimeters. Whoa, I'm like curling it on myself. And as you can see, it is so freaking cute. I will put a picture in the video of what it looks like so far, like the whole, full-bodied shot, if you will. Put that right there. Magic, magic, magic. It is turning out amazingly. If I was not trying to finish like 5 projects at once, it would already be done because it makes me sad to put it away. Cheer Bear is just love, 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 love it. I am using my pen I won from one of the Art and Soul Reganathon weeks, and this set is from KnS Pens. I think it's Custom Pens. I can't remember exactly. I will put a link in the description box. But these are super, super cute. This is a cover minder. It's got a nice chunky magnet on it. The pen is not like overly thick, which I like and appreciate. The tray is not quite high enough for me. I like a higher sided tray, but you know what this tray is perfect for? For me. My trash drills or my candy. So yeah, I am using Alien Putty in my multi-placer end and my single placer, and I have my drills in Elizabeth Ward. I'm using my Bee's Crafty Corner release papers. She is back open, and I will put a link in the description box to her shop as well as the Poolside Pippy papers that she has listed. I have not gotten mine yet, but don't worry, I will show them off when I do. Very, very excited. This is a Bijou Bliss tray. Love it. The lid, magnets to the bottom, or, it magnets to the top. There is a stopper that I don't use because I'm lazy. And what else? I am drinking my Dr. Pepper creamy coconut. Really liking that, and it's going to be sad when that is no longer available. I think that's it. Let me rearrange and get zoomed in because I cannot literally reach where that spot is. And we will be right back. We are back. So before I get started, I got these pencils from this little shop today. I'm not going to read the name on that, but you can read it. Bring me more cats. And then the pencils say, my cat and I talk shiz about you. 1 cat short of crazy. I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cat mom. I like my cats and like 3 people. Gato have more cats. Taco cat spelled backwards is taco cat. Just saying. And the Amazon robot, bring me more cats. So, love. Normally I don't like pencils, but I'll make an exception for those. I hope everybody is doing amazing. I am alive and kicking. I mean, really, in the month of Maycember, that is an achievement upon itself. I feel like. Does anyone else have the Maycember struggle of, and if you're like, what the heck is Maycember? Maycember is this awesome time of year where it's May, but it feels like you have the stress levels of December, the busyness of everything is going on all at once. I swear, and ours is extra busy because both kids have birthdays in May. And our wedding anniversary is in May, which this weekend we have our wedding anniversary. Then we have my daughter's birthday. Then we have Mother's Day. So 3 days in a row of 3 days of things. Now, we are not doing anything for our anniversary, mainly because Crafty-ish husband just got a different position at work, and he was in training last week in Seattle. So this is his first week in the actual new position. So yeah, like, that's okay. It's not like we were going to go anywhere. So maybe this summer we will go do something on a weekend. But for right now, we are just going to get through the month, the Maycember month. And this week is also Teacher Appreciation Week. So appreciate all of you teachers and people who work at schools, volunteer in schools. We would be lost without you. So thank you for your service. And let me just say, I've heard some horror stories lately from people who are teachers or have friends that are teachers, and something's in the air, and I don't know if it's the kids or the parents or both, but the fact that kids are allowed to get away with the things they're allowed to get away with and the schools can literally do nothing is absolutely horrifying. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. So let's see. Well, last week we did the Pippy origins. So I didn't really get to talk to about the week before that video. Let's see. Oh, before we do that, let me go over diamond painting related stuff. So I am plugging away on this canvas. I did finish up Fairy Friend. So I did kind of make a push to finish that, just so I could get one whip out of the rotation, if you will. So I finished that one up, and I did seal it. So that video, I don't know if that's out. I don't know when that's out. It'll be out when it's out. And then I picked this one back up. And then I also have the Last Supper from Art and Soul Diamonds that I'm unofficially participating in a few events for. I tend to get event overwhelmed, so I don't like to fully commit to events just because the more I feel like I have to do something, the less I want to do it, if that makes sense at all. So I have kind of that one working, as my official, unofficial thing for a few different things. And what else? What else? Oh, so I will put a picture of where I am with the Last Supper up on the screen. And the color blocking is not usually my favorite thing, but I feel like at least going from this to that, it is a nice little, it's a nice balance of more confetti-ish. And then with the Art and Soul one, I kind of, I can get a section done in a decent amount of time. So that is nice. I like it. I wouldn't want to do all color blocking, but it's going well. And then looking for a single Pippy the Crafty Peep canvas from Meow and Forever. I love saying that. And I probably shouldn't say it like trying to sound fancy, but I feel fancy when I say it. That one is going well. It's a little slower than I would like, only because it is double-sided adhesive and I cannot multi-place on double-sided adhesive. I just am too reckless. So I actually worked on that this weekend, and we were kind of watching TV, and so I was actually able to bring it over to the couch, which with normal diamond painting I cannot do. So I have a little clipboard and I have the canvas, and I only spilled drills on myself a few times. That is going well. I am subbing, I'll put a picture up. I'm subbing pink pixie dust drills for the white background. And I did put in some ABs in the body and I think the eyes. And I think I even did the hair because I found some light pink ABs. So I popped those in. And it's looking very, very cute. Let's see what else. I ordered 2 trays off of Etsy. I was enabled by others, so it's not my fault. And obviously I ordered my release papers from Bee's Crafty Corner. And I couldn't just order, you know, 1 set of papers. Heaven forbid, no. I mean, if you're paying for shipping, you might as well get a few. So I did that. Those will be here hopefully soon. Hopefully by next week's video. Ooh, that pink was trying to escape. And I don't know what the cat's doing. He was meowing at the fireplace earlier. And I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to do. He must have saw a bug or something in it. Oh, he's coming to join me. Hello, Sharky. Hello. 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 Please don't bump anything. Please don't put your paw in my canvas. That's all I ask. What else? I got my Jaded Gem Shop canvas. So excited. I will go over the drama surrounding that in a moment. And the deer canvas from the one with the diamond art was the winner for which canvas to kit up for next month. So I did record part of that video yesterday, but I do not have my special drills yet, so it's like partway done. Oh, I know. And I'm totally going to miss a bunch of the symbols that I'm looking for, but it is what it is. I expect that when I'm doing this in a video and I'm talking and I'm not fully paying attention. So come on, go in there. All right, what color are we going to do next? I'm trying not to go too far up that way because then I'm like, oh, reaching a little far. Let's do, this is one of the, whoa, special glimmer pixie fairy, whatever you want to call them, pearlescent, I don't, they all are the same. They all are adorable. So it's not gonna zoom. Oh no, I turned on the autofocus so it wouldn't make everybody nauseous. Now it won't zoom in on what I want it to zoom in on. Whatever. They're great. I love them because you don't need to use special putty or tweezers or whatever. You can just use whatever pen you're using. They are my go-to. If I can get them in a painting or substitute them, that is what I choose. 99% of the time. Let me look at my little list to make sure I covered all of my diamond painting updating. Oh, I did order 2 canvases last week. It wasn't my fault. Calming Canvas Designs got their Christmassy holiday winter canvases in. I think she said there were going to be like 50 of them. Yeah, so I ordered 2. I only ordered 2. I feel like that's really good, honestly. But she was having a sale where it was 40% off. And if you use my affiliate link and coupon code, then like you also got like a 10% off as well. So, I mean, it would be stupid to not do it, in my opinion. I didn't tell my husband that because he doesn't know that I ordered them. And since he doesn't always watch my videos, well, he might find out. I don't know. He'll find out when they get delivered to the house. But that is a future Kristen problem, not a today Kristen problem. So that was exciting. I've been waiting for them because I know there is a Christmas in July event that Calming Canvas Designs, I think, is if they're co-hosting. I can't fully remember. But so I will probably unofficially participate in that, because summertime is a dumpster fire of stress and, you know, confusion and whatnots. So kind of like Maycember. So I did that. I got 2 canvases, and then I did put up. Did not put up anything, I promise. I did put up a question on the community tab on YouTube, and I don't know, I don't ever think to do that, mainly because a lot of people just, I don't know if they just don't see it or they don't respond to it. I don't ever see it when I'm on my phone or when I'm using my tablet on YouTube. A lot of times the community tab stuff doesn't come up for other people, so yeah. Anyways, I did that, and then I also asked on my Facebook group, I will have a link in the description box down below if you want to join that, about what kind of like costumes, if I could make a Halloween Pippy or a few costumed Pippies for Halloween time. What costume recommendations would you have? I mean, obviously there's, cat, because I am a cat person. I got Hello Kitty, dogs, pumpkin, I think zombie, some other ones that I can't remember. So yeah, what kind of Halloween costumes do you think Pippy would look good in? Or maybe like really spooky Pippy? I don't know. Is that like an oxymoron? Spooky, cute Pippy? I don't know. So anyways, if you have suggestions, let me know. I mean, I could probably come up with a million hot, costumes and all that jazz, but maybe somebody has a favorite costume. I don't know. Okay. Go in there. And I did 2 different giveaways on my Facebook group. One was for just US, and the second was for international. And I actually drew 2 winners for the international one. I just went to the post office today to mail those. So I'm not going to do, I'm not doing any other giveaways this week, but I would like to do a YouTube giveaway for like a painting, and then I have some other stuff that I want to, I'm moving it all around to do, but that will be probably next week, not this week. The old wallet needs a little break this week, because it is going to be an expensive week, not just from like buying fun stuff, right? But we have brand new doors being installed this week, and they were not cheap. Luckily, I did qualify for, like, what is it, 24 months, 0% financing, garbage, all that stuff. So I am at least getting to break the payments up, because who doggies? I don't know how people do it when there's like a big emergency expenditure happens and you don't have, like, you might not have good credit, or you just might not have, 10 grand or whatever laying around. Like, yeah. So we get new doors. I will put a picture up of what my current front door looks like. I'm actually going to be a little sad, I gotta say. I'm digging the like 60s, 70 vibe of the door. I like the wood. And it's not, it's not a crappy door. It's just, the door is not energy efficient at all. When I say at all, I mean at all. And the glass in the door is this dirty looking yellow bottle style, which was the theme. That was on trend. But if you look at it, you can see that the bottles, the circles, they're not even. So on one door panel, they're going like they're lined up, nicely in a row. And on the other panel, they're more in a like diagonal fashion. I mean, why would you do that? The people who owned this house before us, they built it from scratch. The husband was an architect, so he designed this house, and the wife was an interior decorator. So every little tiny bit was probably nitpicked, designed to their, standards. If you were an interior decorator and somebody did that to your front door, I mean, I don't understand. To me, that's just no. That's just a big old bucket of no. So that is getting replaced. And it had to be special ordered and special made because it's a weird size. Because of course it is. Why would it not be a weird size? I'm going to put some stuff around the little star friend. And then our back door, again, I love the door itself. It's very farmhouse vibes. I very much like it. But again, it is not energy efficient at all. And it tends to swell and shrink, depending on the temperature outside. So half the year, you can barely get that door open. You have to really throw your weight into it, which is not good for my mom because she's got no weight. She's like a string bean. So if she has to go outside, out that door, I mean, she can barely open and close that door. So it's not good. So we will be getting a new front door and a new back door. Then, I'm all excited about it, but, it's nerve-wracking because, people are going to come in and out of your house. And when you have pets, then you got to, try to corral the pets. And if you know, you know. Then the landscaping stuff that we need to have done to have our front yard not look like somebody just dumped off like a huge dump truck of brush and weeds and stuff. They actually would have been able to come out the same 2 days the doors were getting installed. So she texted me and said, hey, we had to move another, I almost said business, but not business. We had to move another person around. So would you want us to come on the 9th and the 10th? And I'm like, really? Of all the 2 days that we could have moved it to, it had to be those 2 days. I'm like, oh, you big turd. He just knocked my other cover minder off the table. So, yeah, no, that's not going to work because people are going to be doing doors and, the landscaping stuff. They're going to have tractors and delivering rock and mulch and I don't even know what else, honestly. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work. That's a little too many people in my house at once or outside my house working. When we first bought this house, we had to do so much to it to make it livable, really. And we had one day there, we had a plumbing incident and they had to replace all of the interior pipes because they were all copper. So that had happened. Something had happened, and so then they just ended up coming and doing a bunch of other stuff that they were already scheduled to do at a later date. But we were also having the house painted, so we had plumbers and painters in the house at the same time. That was very chaotic. I'm like, that's probably not the best thing. So that's just all I imagined was the chaos of plumbers and painters in the house at once would be the door people and the crew trying to make our house look, not ghetto. So I'm like, no, I don't think so. Sorry. And we have busy weekend. So it's my daughter's birthday. We're going to a ladies' tea at church on Saturday because it's like a Mother's Day thing, but they're doing it on Saturday. So she's excited because she said, I'm going to eat so many pastries. I'm like, okay, let's not get sick on our birthday. Then I'm not sure if she wants to go to the arcade or one of those, Nerf gun places or inflatable. I don't know. But I do think we're going to go and potentially get her ears pierced on Friday. So I don't know if we really want to go to like an inflatable place, because that seems maybe not the best. But we will see. And then, of course, she's going to want to go to dinner, and she's going to change her mind 5 or 6 times until then, because that's what we do. But we can't have sushi because my husband and son are not sushi fans. But we did get to go to sushi was it last week or last week? I think it was last week. Because again, we didn't really talk about anything that went on that week because we were going down the YouTube memory lane. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Come on, go in there. I always feel like I'm just like spanking the tray. So, yeah, sorry. What other color? Let's do the J's because they are nice and obvious. That little star looks like he's seeing some things that he just can't believe. All right, give this. Nope. Nope. So the jaded gem shop painting came. Yay, exciting. I've been impatiently awaiting it for, since March, which is not their fault. It says on their website 3 to 12 weeks. So I knew that ordering it. It's just we're all so used to getting things in a timely manner. So waiting 2 months for something, it feels like torture. But it's okay. If that's the worst torture that I ever have to go through is waiting for a diamond painting to getting delivered, then torture me all you want. I knew it was coming, but sometimes when like a company will print a shipping label, and the way that they word it makes it sound like, oh yes, your stuff is out for delivery, or your stuff has been shipped, but not really. It's just your label got printed. I really wish that the post office would be a little bit more descriptive with their listings when they send me crap like that. Because then I'm like, okay, well, it's been a week. Why has this, why has it not gotten delivered? And then I look and I'm like, oh, yeah, it still hasn't even been actually put in the mail yet. It's just the label has been printed. So then it finally was like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, all right, sweet. And, then it changes the date. And yeah, so I knew it was coming Friday. I was very, very excited, obviously. And so I had left at 9 a.m. and I had gone to our church every other Friday has a like a moms of middle school and teenagers group that meets from like 9:30 to 11:30 noonish. And so I had gone to that, and I got in my car, and I got like a thing that said there was motion in the driveway, and I saw that it was the mail lady. Well, it was the mail truck. Our more normal mail person is a lady, so I call her the mail lady. And I was like, oh, the mail truck, yes, the mail lady's here, right? So I'm driving home. I mean, we're maybe 5 minutes away. And I pull my car into the carport, and I get out of the car, and I see that the diamond painting is, it's on the front porch, right? Like we have kind of like a covered front porch, and we have 2 little steps that you step up to go into the house. Well, the painting and some mail were on the front porch, but my front door was wide open. And when I say wide open, I mean wide open. But the weird part was that what are you doing, weirdo? The front door, like the lock, was locked. And I my brain could not compute what I was seeing. I was like, how is my door wide open and the front door is locked. So then I thought, okay, maybe my mom tried to come up and get the mail and something happened. So I'm looking around for her and I don't see her. And I'm like, did the mail person try to put the mail in the house? Like, that seems illegal, you know, like, why would they do that? But both cats were standing by the open door and they were just sniffing the door and they were standing there. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. This is weird. But, you know, I closed the door and then I, you know, ran upstairs to make sure there was nobody, you know, in the house, burglaring the house, because I didn't get any motion detected type things. So I just, you know, I assumed nobody was in the house, obviously. You know, I checked on my mom. I said, did you go downstairs? You know, did you go upstairs and get the mail? And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I looked on the security footage and it shows the mail person walking back to their mail truck, but they never actually triggered the front door sensor. And I'm like, okay, that's weird because the camera didn't pick them up putting the mail on the patio. I'm like, okay, this is just weird. So then I go and I look at the actual, like, the sensor, you know what I mean? It shows you, you know, oh, front door was opened at blah, blah, blah. Front door was closed at blah, blah, blah. Well, it shows that I opened the front door at like 9:03 a.m., but it never shows that the front door got closed. So I think what happened was we have one of those locks on our front door where you can use your fingerprint to unlock and lock, or you can type in a code. And so just to lock the front door, you just have to push anywhere on the screen of this lock and it locks it for you. You don't have to put in a code or anything. Well, I think what I did was I pushed on the screen like that, but the front door wasn't fully closed. So me pushing on the lock screen, it pushed the door open just a little bit and locked it. So maybe the door wasn't fully open the entire time, but maybe, like, you know, wind or something. I don't know. I had my detective hat on. I was Inspector Gadgeting that whole thing. And so then I was like, okay, I think I figured out what happened. But then, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, kitties, I'm so glad that you didn't get outside, you know, because they are not outdoor cats. I don't think they would survive. They have no life skills. So I was, you know, hugging on them and like, you guys are so good, and gave them some treats. And I sat down and Duncan walked by me and I kind of looked at him and I was like, what is that? So, and I will put in a lot of pictures in here today, guys. I'm going to put a picture of his paw. Now, look at his paw. And what does it look like stuck to his paw to you? He had a rhododendron leaf and some grass stuck to his paw. Now, we don't wear shoes in the house. We don't really allow people to wear shoes in the house. Obviously, if you have like a health problem or like you're not stable on your feet, then you're going to fall down. Obviously, we let, you know, visitors, if they need to, wear their shoes. But 99% of the time, people are walking around in socks. So that little furry jerk went outside and he came back inside on his own. I don't even understand. And of course, the front door camera did not capture any of this. I was like, really? What's the point of having this stupid camera if it's not even gonna like pick up the factor that somebody delivered mail to our house and our front door was wide open and the cat potentially got out and it didn't trigger that? Yeah, but it'll trigger like a spider, you know, crawling on the ground or whatever. Ridiculous. So Duncan had himself a little adventure. I don't know what time he went out. I don't know how long he was out. I don't know how far he wandered. There is a rhododendron bush right by the front door. I'm hoping he just went there, maybe got spooked, and then came back inside. I don't know, but he did come back, which I'm very proud of. So I was very mad at him because, you know, I don't need the cat running away, but he did come back. So I was a little scatterbrained for sure. So as a reward for my bravery in the situation, I opened up the Jaded Gem Shop painting. Mainly because I have no chill. And I wanted to see what it looks like. I mean, I was waiting a month for it, so. And I wanted to make sure that, for the most part, everything, was in there. I mean, granted, if I'm missing drills, I'm not going to know that until I kit it up. And obviously, I should not be kitting that up until I finish some of my other projects. But I will say, after unboxing it and really looking at it, that is going to be a project that gets worked alongside another colorful project, because there are some browns in that painting. I mean, there are some blues and some whites, and I just literally saw the spot I was supposed to put these right there. But there is a lot of brown, which is expected. It is an Old Masters style painting that was, a prominent color theme. But it has 69 colors, which it doesn't, I don't know, it seems like a lot, but it doesn't seem like a lot. And it comes with 3 glimmer, fairy dust, whatever you want to call them, drills. I don't know. But they're all kind of underwhelming, which I guess, I don't know, maybe because of the style of painting, that makes sense, because it is a muted color palette. But I did feel like, and I've only seen pixie dust, glimmer, whatever's in bright colors, so I've never seen those in like a gray or a brown or a white. So, maybe I'm just, I'm not trying to judge the painting by any means. It just was kind of, I don't know what colors I expected were going to be charted for that, really. I mean, it's not like there's a hot pink in it. So, but I think it's going to look very nice when it is all done, whenever that may be. I will not be kitting that up until I finish. Well, I mean, I shouldn't be kitting that up until I at least finish this other Last Supper painting that I'm working on. Because that one is, the Art and Soul one is, how big is it? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I feel like it's 120 centimeters long, and the Jaded Gem Shop one is 180 centimeters. So it is bigger. Definitely bigger. And I think it's 180. And I did the math. I asked the Amazon robot, but of course I can't remember. But I think 180 centimeters is like, it was like 7 feet or something. So way taller than me. Or maybe it's 6, 7 feet. I don't know. 6 feet, whatever. It's taller than me. I know that. I held it up to me and it was taller. So that's what we need to know, is it is taller than Kristen, which, I mean, granted, it's not saying much because I'm not that tall. So, oh, excuse me. I feel like I all of a sudden gargled with something sharp and pokey. All right, let's do some of these light colors. Oh, these clouds, the detail is looking so good. I cannot stand it. I would order more of these Care Bear ones, but I really should probably work on some of the paintings that I already own. But it's so hard. Like, people will just be releasing new diamond paintings left and right. And I'm weak and feeble-minded and sad, and I anxiety shop, so it's not good. I know I'm not the only one. So I think it was last Friday, My son and my husband went to the concert downtown, and he said it was actually not as crimey and gross as he was anticipating. So I don't know if they're making a push to clean up the more touristy areas downtown Seattle, but he said it was not that bad. I was like, well, that's good, because that was like, I honestly, I was in a state of anxiety, thinking like I'm just, sending them downtown to be, slaughtered by somebody who's on drugs and like is trying to, steal their like coats or something. Like, I don't know, dude. You hear the weirdest things on the news about how unhinged some of these people are, and ugh, so that was good. And to park downtown. Oops, I'm all crooked. I'm sorry. He was expecting it to be like maybe $60, because when there's, sports ball games and stuff, it can be very, very, very expensive. Not that we go to the sports games, but, just hearing other people complain about parking, it's like, well, then don't go. I mean, sorry. I mean, it's a ripoff, whatever, but like, you're willingly going down there knowing you're going to be shanked in the wallet, so you can't act surprised. But it was only $35 to park by the Climate Pledge Arena. Stupidest name ever. I'm sorry, but well, no, I'm not sorry. That's literally like one of the stupidest sports arena names I've ever heard in my entire life. But yeah, $35. And I was like, isn't that sad that we're like, wow, that's a great deal? Because that's really not a great deal. And that's $35 to literally leave your car somewhere where it still could get broken into. But still. Yeah, so they got there a little early, and he got himself the band has like limited edition posters in every city. So he got the Seattle one. He was very excited. I was glad because I told him I would order it for him on their website, and turns out they were already sold out the next day of the posters. So I'm glad he got the poster, because I'd have felt like a horrible mother, and I would have had to go and try to like hunt one down on eBay or something. And then he got a t-shirt. And why? Somebody tell me why. Tell me why. No, sorry, that's a Backstreet Boys thing that I do to my children. Why are t-shirts white? What do they think that people are clean? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my family, but we do not buy white t-shirts. And yes, I understand for some. Oh, I just spilled my trails, but you didn't see it. I understand, like, if you have, let's say bedding or towels or something that are white and you can bleach them. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't buy white towels or sheets or blankets or whatever because I don't want to bleach them, because I don't like the smell of bleach. But when you have a t-shirt that costs $40 because it's, a special concert t-shirt, which totally get, why are you making it white? Because you can't probably bleach that because it has black screen printing stuff on it. So you can't bleach that. So he gets this t-shirt and he puts it on the next day, and we're having like pasta and it's red sauce, and he's about to sit down, and I'm like, take that t-shirt off. And he's like, what? Why? And I was like, really? Like, you tend to end up grabbing your t-shirt and wiping your face with it. So one wipe of the face with your t-shirt is going to stain your concert shirt. So he did change it. But then yesterday I made pesto pasta and these Costco chicken meatballs, which were delicious, by the way. We'll be buying those again. And he got a tiny piece of pasta fell onto his shirt. Well, pesto is made with olive oil. I was like, take the shirt off. I'm like trying to run it into the kitchen to, rinse it under the water and trying to get some soap on it. I'm just like, I'm going to end up, I think what I'm going to try to do is maybe have him pick a color and get some like RIT dye or something. There's no way that shirt is going to stay clean. It's just, there's no way. So, yeah. He's like, oh my God, my shirt, my shirt. I'm like, yep. I don't understand. White t-shirts. Why? I went to Walmart to look for a dress for my daughter to wear to this Mother's Day tea celebration. And why is it all of the graphic t-shirts that I thought she would like in the kids section had a white background? I don't know. And maybe we are just the dirtiest humans known to mankind, but I don't understand. I really don't. It is baffling. Okay, is that all fours? Did I just really not notice that those were all fours? I think I didn't. So the light is playing tricks on me right now. So I am probably screwing it all up. It's fine. Oops, that just shot and stuck over there. There is one color in this painting, I will say, that has had an abnormal amount of trash, and that is, I think it's this one. It's the 725. Luckily, there is a, I didn't even show it to you. Right here? Right here? Okay. Oh no, my TV screen froze, so I thought I was just gesturing to nothing. So I don't even know how long I've been talking. Okay. Fantastic. One color, yes, has been very trashy. I don't anticipate running out of it though. So that's good. That is great. Other than that, there's been just like an average amount of trash, really. Let's see, so what else? So while the boys were at the concert, we went and I got my daughter's hair cut, which she didn't want to cut. And I'm just like, you got to get it trimmed because it's like a rat's nest if you don't, get your split ends trimmed. I'm like, it will hurt less when we brush it. And she actually let the lady put in like they were calling them space buns. They're like, like the buns on top of the head and all that. And then they used this glitter gel, which was very crusty towards the end of the night. But it was fine. It actually brushed out really easily. And then with the haircut, it comes with a nail painting, which is built into the price because the kid's haircut is kind of expensive, but whatever. And then we went for conveyor belt sushi. And we did take my mom with us to the sushi place, obviously, because Grandma loves her conveyor belt sushi just as much as me and the little one. So we got to do some fun stuff while the boys went to their noisy concert. They did say the concert was awesome. And it was very pyrotechnic, like lasers and flashing lights and screens, and I don't even know. So good for them that they had fun. We had fun, and I was home at a reasonable hour. So yay me. Yay everybody. There's that. Last week, my husband was doing a training class downtown Seattle. And so he was not home in the mornings like he normally is because normally he works like the second shift. So his hours are a little bit different than, a lot of, traditional hours. But this class was from like 7 to 4, which meant he had to get up in the morning. He is not used to getting up, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And none of the rest of the people in the house are used to another human being getting up at 4 a.m. He's not quiet when he gets up, It's like that. I joke with him, lovingly, of course, that he reminds me of his grandpa, because his grandma and grandpa would come and stay at his parents' house, and they lived in Arizona, and they would come up here at the summertime and kind of bounce between the different kids' houses. And his grandpa in the morning would walk around and just clear his throat. And I don't even think he realized he was doing it. It would just sound, and, we would just crack up because, I don't think he realized he was doing it. But my husband does that in the morning when he wakes up. And it's fine when it's, 9 a.m. and I'm already awake. But at 4:30 in the morning, like, you need to shut your damn mouth because that's annoying. So we were all not used to that schedule. And then usually we divide and conquer when one child has to go one direction, and then there's days when a different one has to go a, completely other direction. Well, that fell on one of the days that he was in training. So both children assured me that they would get up in a timely manner and not complain, not moan and groan, Yeah, no, that was a lie. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. One of the children did get up and get ready in a timely manner. Unfortunately, it was the one who does it more often anyways. So yeah, I woke both children up, and I had my happy, polite voice of, okay, everybody, time to get up. I'll go start breakfast. Cheery, sing-songy, like trying to keep everybody in a good mood. So the preteen, who's, only 8, will be 9. Yeah, no, she was not having that. She's like, I don't want to get up. I'm like, I'm sorry, but you have to get up because we have to leave the house on time, because I have to get one kid one place, and then we have to go a different way, a roundabout on the freeway, and, go and do the stuff. So she's like, okay, well, I'm going to get dressed. And I'm like, okay. No, she was not getting dressed. She was still in bed. So she got up. It was too bright downstairs. I'm like, I'm sorry that it's too bright. It's just daylight. I can't do anything about daylight. Sorry. And then she's like, oh. And I'm like, please just eat something. I'm not hungry. I'm like, you need to eat something. I'm not hungry. And I'm like, then go get dressed. Okay, fine, I'll go get dressed. So I'm like looking at my watch, and I'm like, okay. People need to start getting cracking. Like, okay, like the one kid's ready. Okay, great. But where is the other one? So I go upstairs thinking, she's just in her room because her door's closed. So she closes her door when she's getting dressed. And she had gotten back in bed, and covers over her, lights off. And by then, the nice voice was gone. And I may have yelled. I was not trying to yell, but I was so shocked that I don't remember exactly what I said, but I think it was something along the lines of, what the hell are you doing in bed? So then she got upset because I yelled at her. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to yell at you. It's just, you have not done anything, and we have to leave the house in less than 20 minutes. So she got dressed, came downstairs, and was mad that the toast was now cold. Well, I had cooked it 40 minutes ago, so yeah. And the milk was warm. And I was like, I don't have any other bread. It was a Monday. It's, grocery store day, so we're eating crumbs. Like, I mean, we're not like, there's food in the house, but in terms of, what there is, there's a random mishmash of things left. So I tried retoasting the toast by putting the toast on the top of the toaster and turning the toaster on, but then I just ended up burning the bottom part of the toast, but the top was still cold. So now it was just cold and burnt at the same time. So that was a fail on my part. And she let me know that. The milk was warm. And again, it was Monday morning, and I had used the rest of the milk to make chocolate milk. So I tried adding ice cubes to said milk. That was not the best thing to do. But we did end up eating something. We did end up getting out of the door in a timely manner. We get to my son's school, and he's like, "Well, it's only 7:40. Usually I wait until 7:50 to, go in because it's a small private school and they don't really have like a lot of areas for the kids to hang out in that are warm right before school starts, so they just kind of have to wait outside the classroom doors." And I was like, "I'm sorry, but today is not the day that you can hang out in the car and listen to music. Like, you need to get out of the car." "Well, I don't want to get out. It's cold. It's raining." I was like, "Get out of my car right now." He's like, "Okay." Like, it's good you know that when I say it in a certain tone that you do it. I was like, "I'm sorry. I love you, but I have to drive 26 miles this way, and I don't know what traffic's going to be like." So, yeah. So, got everybody where they needed to go, but holy moly, like, I was like, that is not how I want to start off my Monday. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're on edge. And I had, because normally my husband's there in the morning and he'll drink part of the coffee and I'll drink part of the coffee. Well, he made instant coffee to take with him to the class. So there was a whole pot of coffee for me. So I just assumed, well, okay, I'll just put the rest in a travel cup and I'll take it and I'll drink it in the car. I had to pee so freaking bad that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it home. And I did. I did. I didn't pee my pants in my car, thank goodness. But I was so jittery after that. I'm like, this is why I don't have 2 cups of coffee. Because it wasn't like 2 cups of coffee. I mean, it was like a big cup of coffee and then a tumbler full of coffee. Way too much coffee for me. Yeah. So then I took my mom to the grocery store, and then somebody was like trying to call me and text me, like, to see if they could come over to my house, and I'm like, I'm at the grocery store. And so I was like, I think I'll be home in 40 minutes. But so then it's like, then have like unexpected guests and the house is a disaster and you worry that it's going to smell, like, cat food and garbage or, whatever. I don't know. I don't do well with last minute things, like last minute changes. Just, nope. It is not my spiritual gift to adapt quickly to things. So yeah. So after that, people left and like groceries were purchased. People were safely at school. People were safely at a training class. I was like, I just need to take a nap. Like, that's a busy day. I can't do any more today. I'm done. Like, mentally, I am done. Done. Okay, I have to do a little bit of this color, and then we will call it good because it looks like it's about to start raining, and it's getting weirdly dark in my living room and dining room, which, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's making it harder and harder to see some of these symbols. And because my TV that I mirror my screen on isn't on, then I'm worried I'm going to keep bouncing out of shot. Okay, these are the yellow drills, the sparkly ones. Oh, just the little shimmer, I don't know, it just adds a little bit of magic, honestly. Just a little touch of magic. So I probably should have been writing down all the things I said I'm going to put in the description box. So if there is something that I don't put in the description box that I said I was going to, please ask. I have the memory of a squirrel sometimes. And other times I will remember things and I will hold on to them like nobody's business. But I never quite know which route my brain is going to go. There is that. Nope. Okay. Yes, I really like this pen. Is really lightweight. I think it's like a, and I'm just from what I think I saw on their website, they use the regular pens and then they do maybe like a clay over it or something, and then they have like whatever, pattern or design or something. I don't know, because like I don't know if you can see it. Probably not because it's on autofocus, but you can kind of see like the pink part of the regular pen, which I don't care if people are reusing pens. I mean, you might as well, since we have so many of them out there in the world. I mean, my thing is it comfortable to hold? I do better with lightweight pens than heavier pens. I do have a few heavy pens, and I mean, I love how beautiful they are, but I don't feel like I can use them for extended periods of time. I may have covered up one of those other symbols, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, and if these look crooked, they probably are. So I am not the straightest diamond placer by any means, but I try. But when I'm working flat like this, I definitely notice that they are a little on the wonky side. There's that. And let's see, was there any other thing? Let me look at my little list that I wrote, just to make sure I'm not forgetting something completely important. There was zebras on the loose. Zebras escaped, and they got caught. Although one zebra was out for 5 or 6 days. So people were very concerned that the zebra would not make it in the wooded area that the zebra escaped in, because there's lots of, bears, mountain lions, cougars, like you name it, it's out there. But the zebra was found safe. So there were lots of memes, as people do. Hey, I found the zebra, and it would be like the zebra at a Mariners game, or a zebra at the local casino, or a zebra on the ferry, or and then of course there's always people who are going to be like, I wish people would stop posting pictures of that zebra. That zebra is probably very scared, and I'm an animal lover, and I find it really offensive that people are making jokes about it. It's like, people make jokes about everything. So that's how some of us deal with things. Like, I am the person who, like, if I'm at a funeral or something and it's a very tense, awkward situation, I probably will say something that I shouldn't say. And it's not because I'm trying to be rude. It's because, like, my brain is like, we need to diffuse this situation somehow. I know, let's make a joke. Uh, and it's not because I'm trying to be hurtful or anything. That's just how my brain deals with things. So yeah. So I thought the zebra memes were hilarious, personally. I am very glad that that zebra got rescued. 'Cause, I mean, can you imagine if that zebra was out there mating with other animals in the wild? Imagine we have a bunch of deer zebras that, like, all of a sudden get born, and people are like thinking it's some kind of new rare species, but really, zebra and the deers and whatnot just got busy. My husband said he said, he goes, I don't know if the zebra would get eaten per se, because some of these predators might not know what the heck a zebra is. I mean, it's not a traditional looking prey for them. And the whole black and white stripe thing might, how like certain animals are bright colors, and that, signals, poison and danger. Maybe the black and white stripes for a bear might be like, whoa, I don't know what the heck that is, but I ain't touching that. At least I hope so. Zebras are safe. Everybody can relax. I'm dropping drills on my picture. And then, last but certainly not least, It's funny. I literally have random words and phrases written down on this piece of paper. And there was a article in one of the magazines that we get. It's like a kids magazine. It's called The Week Junior. And it's just like weekly news, kind of, aimed more towards kids. And there's a section towards the end. It's called Real or Fake. And there was a picture of a bottle of soda, and the headline above this bottle of soda, and I am not joking, and if I can find it, I think I may have already recycled the magazine, but it said, "Pop goes the wiener." Now this is a kids magazine, so they're assuming obviously wiener is not the wiener that adults might instantly think. They were talking about hot dogs. Get your minds out of the gutter. But they were asking if kids thought that this soda was real or fake. And it was hot dog flavored soda. But all I could think of when I read Pop Goes the Wiener, I was like, what the hell kind of kids magazine is this? And so now I keep messing with the children. And like, oh, can I have a soda? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Pop goes the wiener. They're like, oh my God, Mom. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I have to. It's like the parents' right? You got to do it. So yeah, pop goes the wiener. Oh, jeez. And on that note, everybody, I think we should close up our time together. So, if you have enjoyed yourself, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, hearting, farting, doing all the things. I did get a comment, which made me laugh so hard, was that somebody said, your husband was laughing at when you said like, share, heart, fart. And she goes, I was just cracking up because at first I was like, did she really say farting? Like, yeah, I did. Because, again, sometimes I have the sense of humor of a teenager, obviously. But yeah. So here we go. This is where we're at. It's still pretty naked on this square, but I can't really diamond paint and talk well at the same time. So I'm either going to diamond paint well, or I'm going to talk well, or I'm just going to kind of do both like at half level. And that's what we have here. So I will see you guys next week. Make sure to come back. I am hopefully going to be doing some kind of diamond painting giveaway. And that's all I literally can think of. My brain just literally turned off. So I will see you guys later. Big awkward hugs.